Okay, good afternoon, everyone. First off, I want to thank everyone for taking the time and sharing it with us on this beautiful, or not so beautiful in South Florida, but this wonderful Thursday afternoon. We're having a bad thunderstorm here, so that's why, in fact, we had a little pause at the beginning, so I apologize for that. Anyway, I hope wherever you're calling from is beautiful there this wonderful afternoon, and most important, you're going to walk away with some great nuggets of information that will help transform your business, especially during this pandemic. That's why we're all here, right? We want to make sure we take down plenty of notes. Hopefully you will answer the question of the day and walk away with the new Amazon Fire tablet or an Amazon gift card. So make sure you're paying close attention. Use the question box if you want in the right-hand corner. You can type in comments, questions, anything that you need some clarification on. Please, by all means, we want to hear from you. Andrew's going to do his best to get every single question answered as we're moving throughout today's training. Anyone we do not reply to right away, we will answer you as soon as we are done with the webinar. Also, if you do not receive a thank you for attending email from Levinson by the end of today, okay, please let us know. That means we have your incorrect email address or the thank you email sitting in your junk folder. And the reason why it's important is because all of the brochures, the carrier contracting, everything we're going over is going to be inside of that thank you email. So please let us know if you don't get it and make sure we have your correct email address. Okay, with us today we have Andrew Paris, our brokerage manager, and then we have our whole life guru, Mark Creighton, is joining us as well. So again, pay close attention to our slides because my question of the day is related to one of these slides, something we're going to mention today. Okay, so we're going to do that at the end right before 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'm excited about today's training for a few reasons. Okay, number one, whole life, right? So as we know, for the more conservative consumer, right, for someone that really doesn't want to take chances with an IUL or maybe a current assumption UL, and they want the stability, right, and the peace of mind for guarantees. Whole life is a great alternative, and this isn't the old whole life from 1982. This is a totally different ballgame, folks. And the way that we came to this carrier and this, in fact, this presentation, more or less, is we have a lot of agents, okay, that are more career type agents for some of the big companies like Guardian and Mass Mutual and New York Life and the old MetLife. And they basically said, Bill, we love you guys and we want to write more with you, right? But we need a competitive whole life product that plays against the big carriers out there. And so we have a few different whole life products and some good carriers, but we needed one. We needed the Cadillac, if you will, of whole life products. And that's how we came across A-rated Mutual Trust Life, just for that reason, okay? They have great whole life products. They also have a great term that's convertible to their whole life products, and Mark can dive more into that. But that is the main reason why we hand-selected Mutual Trust Life, A, to be on this training, and B, to be part of our family of core companies, okay? As you know, we don't like to have overlapping. We don't want to have the Burger King, McDonald's, and Arby's all on the same corner, right? We want to make sure when it comes to whole life, we have the best carrier. Return of premium term, best carrier. No lapse UL, best carrier, guaranteed issue, and on and on and on. So MTL fit perfectly into our mold. So again, that's why I'm excited. Plus, you're going to hear about the Your Family Bank sales strategy, which is freaking awesome. And MTL is part of it. And Mark is going to share with you all exactly how that concept works, hopefully to open some new doors for you all. Okay, so great stuff to come. All right, let's jump right in. Without further ado, I want to jump into the feature presentation by Mr. Mark Creighton, our Regional VP from MTL. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and write down plenty of notes to try to get those nuggets. Mark, you there?
I am here. Thank you very much for allowing me the opportunity to share a great concept, Great way to build some business and also share our story. You touched on it a minute ago, Bill, but why whole life? In today's day and age, certainly everybody has felt a little uncertainty about, looking back in March, our economy took a big nosedive. If anybody was looking at their 401ks or looking at the market, we've rebounded nicely, but ups and downs are going to occur. Whole life offers a product and a path featuring strong guarantees. It's guaranteed peace of mind. We know exactly what we're getting. If we take a look at whole life as a alternative in the safe asset class, you understand why people are flocking to the product. Of course, death benefit is always a play, but more so, as you see in the sales that you're talking to your clients about with now, cash value becomes something that's a key part of the conversation. So whole life is offering the guaranteed death benefit, important, yes, but it's also offering guaranteed cash values. So then as life is changing, we know what we're obligated to pay. There is no increasing in the premiums. We've got guaranteed cash values. And on top of the guaranteed cash values is the promise of something more called the dividend. Dividends are offered by mutual participating whole life companies. There's not a whole lot of us left, but we're one of them. And what that basically means is our policy owners are our owners of the companies. They're going to receive a share of the dividends. And while a company is not allowed to guarantee a dividend, all these companies that work in this space, we're all going to tout, we've paid a dividend for 100+ years. And, the X on that is how long has each company been around. We've been mutual trust for 105 years. We were incorporated as a whole life company a little longer than that. We paid a dividend each and every one of our years as mutual trust.
Hey, Mark, real quick, I think, can you maximize your screen? I think we're seeing your end instead of the presentation side. We're seeing right now 2 slides in front of us instead of just the one.
Oh, yes. You give me 1 second.
Yep, it's okay. Take your time. Yep, there we go.
Better.
Perfect.
There we go. Thank you. So, as I was saying, although we cannot guarantee dividends, NAIC doesn't allow us to do that. Here's the one thing: each and every year, these companies have paid a dividend. Your client now has guaranteed dividends. Once it's paid, we can't take it back. So if the market crashes, anything changes, that dividend is there. It becomes part of their guaranteed cash value. So with a whole life policy, you're going to meet with your client year after year, and each year the policy is actually going to look better than what you originally promised them when you take a look at the guaranteed side. How many products can give you that kind of peace of mind as an agent in future conversations with your clients? On top of the guarantees is also flexibility. Whole life is painted by some of those pundits in the media as a inflexible product. Don't buy it. Buy term, invest the difference. It's a fine strategy if anybody's disciplined enough to actually enact that strategy. But the problem as a consumer, we lack the discipline oftentimes. So whole life gives you that forced savings kind of aspect to give you the things you're going to need later in life, the foundation for your financial plan. At Mutual Trust, we have created a foundation where we don't like to slap products out there. Bill mentioned our term. I'm going to mention it for 2 seconds. It's a guaranteed convertible term to any of our whole life premium paying platforms. And you've got the ability to convert it to a YFB, debt relief type policy. We'll get into that in a minute. But at Mutual Trust, we have built our product portfolio to support whole life sales solutions. Some of those real quickly are smart money, an alternative to annuity, giving more living benefits to your client. Retirement funding. Currently, a lot of you may only be familiar with the IUL version of that. Well, it's the exact same conversation, but for those clients who didn't buy the IUL, whole life is an it's a different risk. It's It's for the client with a risk tolerance different from what the IUL offers. Or maybe the right answer is a blend of the two. We've got presentations to walk you through that. We've got college funding, short-term and long-term funding. Of course, we've got the business needs like buy, sell, supplemental retirement plans and key man insurance. But the foundation of what Mutual Trust for the last 15 years, and I've been with the company 16 years, has been infinite banking. Now, we happen to be the right company at the right time. We had great products, great riders, and a willingness to not run away scared from it. And maybe that was naive, but it was great that we were so. Shortly after starting my tenure at Mutual Trust, I became the Infinite Banking Coordinator, and I was the one responsible for creating these training programs for our agents to understand exactly what it is and exactly what it offers. And to give you the 1-minute nutshell of what infinite banking is, it is the creation of a source of capital that you can use whenever, however you want without asking permission. It is a source of capital that's kept within a whole life policy. Why a whole life policy? First and foremost, the guarantees. Guaranteed cash value to build your plan, to build your needs around. Second is the willingness and the ability, the willingness of the company and the ability for the client to access the cash values. How quick can they access them? 10 business days. Long time ago, when I was the Infinite Banking Coordinator, we had agents sending in the loan application with the life insurance application. We beg you, please don't do that now. We don't want to lose it in the processing. The 10-day wait is simply to allow the funds clear so we don't run into any complications if something happens, on the bank end, on the premium payment end. 10 days after the policy is issued, the client has access to all the cash value that they have in the policy. And roughly speaking, what I would tell your clients, it's 90% of the premium. Now, as Bill mentioned, this isn't your parents, grandparents' whole life policies. Those are great policies and they've done wonderfully over the years. These are funded differently. To compare to the IUL space, you have a target and an excess. These have a base and a paid up edition. That paid up edition is the liquid part of the premium. That's what funds the policies. The limitation on IBC has always been a lack of clear understanding from the client's perspective how it's going to help them. I think clients who have bought into the IBC concept, they're conceptual in nature. They can read something, see something, and figure out how to apply it to themselves. But our best sales, your best successes have been when you've come with a clear answer to a problem that's been identified for your clients to think about. Retirement funding, for example. How am I going to pay for my retirement? An IUL can help you do that because you have the tax-free access to the cash value on the back end. You have the growth and you have a death benefit. You got the solution for the problem. IBC was an answer for a solution that wasn't clear. About 10 years ago, an individual came up with a way to articulate how IBC can be used. And it was the formation of Your Family Bank, this major subject of today's call. Your Family Bank was the IBC concept applied to a problem that everybody in America has, and that's debt. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say hi from our compliance department. Mutual trust producers are prohibited from giving tax legal advice. Complete with a client should consult with a tax or legal advisor of their choice when needed. Dividends are never guaranteed, which I did say already. Policy rider provisions for all the details on the product. I won't be showing any illustrations today, but if I did, they would have included dividends, which aren't guaranteed. Current guaranteed cash values are based on a 4% interest rate, offset by expenses and mortality charges. As we go through this presentation, we're going to talk about the problem that Your Family Bank identifies, and that is debt. We're going to talk about the concept, what it offers, and how it applies to you, and why you should do it, how it works, client benefits, and why you should choose Mutual Trust as your carrier for this. And then we'll close with the next steps. So as I mentioned, the common problem most of America faces is debt. Average income right now is $47,000. Average debt is 137,000. Outstanding consumer debt is 3.9 trillion. Overall, Americans are carrying 798 billion in credit card debt. As of 18, 69% of the students graduated with an average debt of 29.8. Anybody think that's going to continue at the same level or maybe increase? Additionally, parents took out more. That's a lot of debt and a lot of problem. Your family bank uses the principles of the infinite banking concept, which is creating a source of capital that can be used for whatever the client wants inside of a whole life policy. So your family bank created a system, a presentation, and a program where they show their clients how to use the guaranteed cash value within the policy to help eliminate that debt, help them get out of debt faster by paying less interest than they're currently paying. And they do this, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey preaches that everybody should get out of debt. It's a great program. He's absolutely right. Greatest way to increase your wealth is to eliminate debt. However, his method is to cut all your expenses, eat rice and beans, save everything, pay off your debt, now start creating your wealth. Well, the problem is a lot of Americans don't necessarily want to change their lifestyle. Some are going to have to within the YFB program. If they don't have the capital needed to get themselves there, they're going to have to change the lifestyle. But for the most part, all the clients who do this don't have to make any significant changes. They can continue to go out to eat. They can continue to enjoy the things they enjoy. So the debt that gets paid includes their mortgage without spending anything different than they're currently spending. And this is a great concept for small business owners if you really want to amp up your premiums. Business owners have debt. Business owners love the concept of creating more revenue, creating more cash flow. Excuse me, not revenue, cash flow. So an overview of the program. As premiums are paid to a whole life insurance policy, and again, this isn't your grandfather's whole life policy. This is a policy that's funded to provide early, high guaranteed cash values. So as they fund these premiums, cash values accumulate on a guaranteed basis. The cash value is used as collateral to repay the debts through a policy loan. One of the reasons why whole life works is the policy loan that the client enacts doesn't come from their policy. Money stays in their policy. So it's going to continue to grow at the same guaranteed rate as if they didn't take a loan. And that's something we can even prove with illustrations. The debt is snowballed within the policy as external debtors are repaid. However, in part of the program, as cash flow frees up from debts that are paid, the client does make payments towards the whole life policy. So it doesn't grow and grow and grow. It builds, comes down, builds, comes down. As payments are redirected to the policy, once the external debts are repaid, the client will be out of debt completely. First and foremost, they'll stop owing somebody else. They'll only owe themselves, and then they're debt-free altogether. It reduces the number of years it takes to repay the debt from what they're currently doing. It also reduces the amount of loan interest. And the process is easy and safe. The program has been put through our compliance department. We have reviewed the materials. We have reviewed the ledgers that they use in their software. And they are great. One of the best things I love about it, it provides a safety measure. Emergencies come up. And when you put your client into a program to get out of debt, an emergency, think of the debt consolidation programs out there. Great. You've taken the pressure off of their debts that are in collection or behind or starting to overwhelm the client. What happens the next time emergency comes up? Anybody know anybody who's heard stories about a client who's just racked up another credit card bill and now they're in trouble again? It's a continuing cycle, a never-ending cycle. So the best part is, unlike the Dave Ramsey program, there is no envelope system. You're not putting money away here and here. You're doing the same thing as no change to your lifestyle necessarily. And you get to eat more than the rice and beans. YFB concept, get out of debt concept, uses a whole life insurance policy's guaranteed accumulation cash value. Again, the policy is collateral. The debt is snowballed within the policy, and the debt payments are also snowballed. So picture an example where I've got 3,000 of monthly debts that I have. Mortgage, cars, credits, maybe a couple bills, maybe a student loan too. As a debt off, I take the obligated toward, say I paid off one, currently paying off. Now that $100 a month, another debt. All the debts, you snowball policy. And all along, while you're using your cash value increasing, it's a contract. The money, the client, money.
Hey, Mark. I hate to interrupt you. The sound is going in and out. I don't know if you're on a headset or if you can pick up a handset, but it's going in and out like every couple seconds.
Oh, I apologize. Let me change that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. I hate to keep bothering you. Sorry about this, everyone. Just a couple little things here.
Bill, are you able to hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay. So why, first and foremost, it is successful recruiting new sales we've ever experienced. The success of the program is clear. Currently, 3 of our top 5 include into their sales platform. Agents come in have been able to pay and pick up a concept, run with it to great success. What does YFB offer? One, clients get out of debt. For the client, they don't have no negative effect on credit because a policy loan does not show up on a credit report. There's no qualifying for loans. We will never ask why. Get your loans deposited elect. There's a certain thing like a pen can have. Flexibility of whole life, the ability to change the content, easily navigate. You can get through those times. It's going to reduce your financial stress. We'll be out of debt. And of course, one.
Hey, Mark.
Maybe it's that.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mark, we're having the same exact problem. Are you dialed in through your computer? Is it voice over IP? Or are you on a cell phone? Just give us 1 second, everyone. I'm so sorry about this. Just 1 second here. Andrew, if you can call Mark right now and just tell him if he can.
I am.
Okay. Just give us 1 more second. I think, and just so everyone knows, this isn't just a whole life concept, okay? I feel like this sales strategy is well worth everyone's time because it's a niche that you can provide as a Levinson agent through MTL. I don't know if you've heard of it yet, this Your Family Bank strategy, but you can write this through us with MTL. So definitely worth your while. So give us just another.
I'm in.
You're okay. Perfect. Okay. I hope this is it. Sorry about that once again, everyone. And I'm going to give you, I'm giving everyone a little treat for the inconvenience. I'll share at the end. Okay, Mark.
Please do accept my apologies. Typically don't have any problems. I don't know what's going on around here today. So again, there's clear benefits to your clients for doing this. And for you, it's a sales platform. It's a conversation that you can have with almost every one of your clients. They all have debt. Added protection for the clients is, of course, the death benefit. It is a life insurance policy, so death benefit is always important. As you think about your clients that do fit this, they should be insurable. There's a terminal illness death benefit. 50% of the death benefit up to a maximum of $250 should your client be diagnosed with a terminal illness 12 months or less. Chronic illness rider. The best thing about the chronic illness rider covers qualifying events are failure to be able to complete 2 of the 6 ADLs or a severe cognitive impairment. And the cool thing is the way this policy works is your chronic illness benefit is constantly increasing. As a paid up addition premium is paid, it builds the cash value, but it also builds the death benefit. And the total death benefit, it's what's available except for any term riders. And of course, we've got disability. What plans do your clients have in place? What guarantee is there with the Dave Ramsey program that, hey, if something happens to me, I can still get out of debt? With the YFB program, with a mutual trust whole life product, with a waiver of premium on the base policy and a disability benefit on the paid up additions, should something happen to your client, their policy will still continue to be funded fully with the guarantees and the accessibility for your client to do whatever they need to do, which could be continue to get themselves out of debt, could be to supplement their disability income, giving your client at the end peace of mind. So why mutual trust? How did we become the leaders in this concept? Why did the agency who created this come to us? As I mentioned with our success with IBC, it was the right product. We had a product that was priced for the concept, featuring high early guaranteed cash values on the base plan. Paid up additions are always liquid, always offering the cash value. But when the base plan features the high early guaranteed cash values, the more cash value your client has earlier, the faster they get out of debt. We've got the flexibility of premiums. Things happen. We can handle that. We have the right people. One, we took the time to understand and embrace the infinite banking concept. And from day one of our introduction to the infinite banking concept, we haven't changed any of our attitudes towards it. From day one, the clients have had access to the cash value 10 days after the policy was issued or in force, or 10 days after a premium was paid. We took the time to learn the process and the terminology. We understand it, not just from my desk, of course I do, but our sales support team does as well. Each one of our sales support team have been to at least one of the YFB bootcamp trainings. They get it. So when you call up, you've got the support with Levinson, of course, but we can be the back end of that. If you call up and you have a question, say I have a YFB question, they know what that means immediately and can answer those questions. But we don't just train the sales team. We train the admin teams. Inevitably, one of your clients is going to call up and say, I have a bank. Our customer service rep in the policy owner service team is not going to say, I'm sorry, I believe you may have misdialed. They're going to say, how can I help you? Because they know what that means. They know why your client bought the policy, and they probably know what the next question is going to be. Of course, the service is important. Cash value within 10 days of issue. Why is that important? If you're selling something to your client that they get immediate satisfaction from, immediate gratification, does that increase your ability to get a referral, to continue to get those clients? Of course it does. We got loans processed within 3 days. We can overnight checks. We prefer not to because of COVID. We're still not in the office yet. We would rather electronically deposit your funds to your client's account. Most people won't complain about that. For the agents, what do we offer? Of course, the knowledge. We offer accessibility. You can call everybody in our company. You can call an underwriter and ask about a case. I've got a guy. What do you think? They're going to answer the phone. You're speaking to an actual underwriter. You can speak to the managers of each of the departments. If you really wanted to, you could speak to the president of the company also. But we've got great compensation. not just strong first-year compensation, but we've got fantastic renewals, not only on the base policy, but you'll really like the commissions on the renewals, or excuse me, on the paid-up additions. And you're doing your part to help families and communities. Hey, fastest way to end a conversation on an airplane is to tell somebody you sell life insurance. How does that conversation go if you say, I help families get out of debt? Kind of different, isn't it? And then there's this. We've got great trips. Easy to qualify for. Because of the pandemic, we have altered our plans a little bit. We're in the beginning of an 18-month qualification where we'll go to Ireland in 2022. Going to be in Dublin. It's going to be a fantastic trip. So some other things I just want to share to you today before we conclude is some of the things we've introduced. One, we've introduced the telemed underwriting. It was introduced because of COVID. It was obviously difficult for you, for your clients, parameds done. Either the paramed company wasn't going out and seeing people, which was true for a little bit, or two, your client is still hesitant to have people come into their home. So what we've done is we facilitated a process in which you no longer have to schedule a paramed. With the qualifications, your client being, between 18 and 50, and with an underwriting risk amount of 500 or less, and by the way, that is going to be about 90% of all your debt cases. We're going to have exam one call your client and schedule a paramed thing over the phone. They're going to ask the questions. We've had amazing success, so much success that shortly after introducing it, we bumped the underwriting risk amount from 300 to 500. And right now we're looking at increasing it even further because it's proving to be successful. We can offer standard and preferred risks. Currently, over 50% of our cases are approved in the program. So better than 50% of them that come through the telemed that qualify work through it without interruption. We've got 22% of our cases that go from receipt to offer within 7 business days. Additionally, to make it a little bit easier for you, we offer a remote signature process. We get it. It's difficult. Maybe you're working over the phone and you've been doing it for a while. You work over the internet. How do you get that signature? Not everybody has a printer at home. I was a guy who used to print everything at work. Well, I can't go to work anymore, so what do? We can use our DocuSign account where you submit the application without signatures. You give us your client's email and cell phone number because we do dual authentication. We'll send the app to them. We'll send it to you for signatures. We'll take it. And on the back end, should you need an amendment, should anything else need to be signed, we'll send it out that way too. It's a great way to accelerate the program. These programs are put in place as we work ourselves to the e-app. Just had an update today. We are still looking at fourth quarter. We're in the process of creating all our forms. e-app is going to be available. The telemed underwriting should be still available, and we'll be augmenting, increasing it, making it more robust as we go on. So your next step, contact your marketing team at Levinson Associates. Tell them you want to get appointed with Mutual Trust and you want to attend your Family Bank Boot Camp. The program works like this. If you're interested, they're doing virtual boot camps. Used to be live ones about once a month. Now they're doing virtual ones. I've sat in on them. They're 5 hours each for 2 days. They've been 10 to 4, I'm sorry, that's 6 hours, 10 to 4 Central each day. Days of the week depend. It's been Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. You attend that. You make the commitment to purchase the software. Once you have the software, the following week, once you make the commitment to buy the software, and it's a $500 down payment for the software plus $189 a month for 18 months. Once you make the commitment to buy the software, you get an invite to training the next week. There's 2 to 3 different trainings. They vary it based on what their schedule allows, but 3 web trainings, and they're going to teach you more about how to use the software, how to collect that information. The boot camp walks you through the conversation. they have a client interview. Day one, first client interview, and day two features a second client interview where you've collected the information and you present to them the solution. Once you get contracted with Mutual Trust through Levinson Associates, once you have the software, now you can begin helping your clients get out of debt. In terms of the price, if you're thinking, hey, that's kind of steep, guarantee you will have success with it. We also offer at Mutual Trust some incentive, twofold. One, upon 3 placed cases, generating at least 10,000 NBC, which is about $20,000 of annual premium, we will give you $1,000 posted to your commission statement just for the purchase of the system. On top of that, we've got educational reimbursements. The more business you do, the more free money we can give you. As I like to say at the end of the year when I start contacting these agents who have qualified, let me pay you again. Show me your receipt for the purchase of the software, and we're just going to send you more money because the software is a qualifying reimbursement expense. So capturing again, why the system? It works. Compliance thinks it does. Their sales say it does. Their persistency says their clients think it does too. Why Mutual Trust? We're accessible as a company. We've got products that fit this. We got products that fit that are built to support all of our concepts, not just products to sit on a shelf. And the feature of early guaranteed cash values on the base part of the plan really make this system go. Again, our experience with IBC, our experience with YFB and knowledge, our teaming with Levinson will provide you all the support to guarantee your success. So for that, I thank you for your time. Look forward to answering any questions you have now.
That was great. We actually have a closed line, but we're answering everyone from the question box. But let me ask you a question real quick. If you put your agent hat on right now, right, and you're obviously looking for opportunities out there, who would you say is the best candidate for this concept, right? If they're, let's say agents are going back through their book of business or they're calling on prospects, who would be perfect for this type of sale? Like what would you look for?
That's an excellent question. And really, when you go through that, I'm not going to defer to the boot camp, but when you do go through the boot camp, you'll recognize who I just described. It's their case study that they use. The best client is somebody who's got debt, and actually, the more debt, the better, because it actually works incredibly well. Because you're going to free up cash faster and really accelerate the process. But they're going to be clients who have some debt. They've got decent job. They have some idea on what they're doing. In other words, they are putting some money away. Or they may be doing something. The trick of this is you're going to be trained how to find the premium. So the clients who are best are going to have some premium to be found. They're paying down their mortgage because somebody said that was a great thing to do. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but that $300 extra they throw at their mortgage each year, that's $300 a month premium I just found. I'm over contributing to my 401k. This is a delicate subject. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But perhaps that's something, hey, you're contributing more than the match is. Maybe this is money we can use right now to get you out of debt. After you're out of debt, increase your contributions again so we can start thinking about that retirement. You've got clients who are putting $500 a month in a money market account. Congratulations, you're doing something to help you. We've got something better in mind for that. They may be clients who have $10,000 sitting in a safe account. Maybe we can use part of that to jumpstart the program. Those are awesome candidates because they're going to get great immediate satisfaction because we're going to take some of that $10,000, however much they let us use, and we're going to pay off some of those debts. Free money, debt paid. I feel great. Oh my gosh, I just had that debt that's gone. I feel awesome about this. So the best clients aren't the ones who are eking out a living going paycheck to paycheck. They are people who are saving a little bit, just need a better way.
Yep, which I would think with this pandemic going on, the timing is great. So as long as they're insurable, you'll be off to the races.
And let me just add, if the pandemic is something that wants to scare somebody off, I can't think of a better idea.
There you go.
We're staring at something in the face. We're staring at something we've never gone through as a country before, and it just speaks to the importance of having an emergency fund set aside. And when you go through this training, you're going to hear about the emotional and emergency fund that gets built into this plan, because they recognize stuff happens, and when it happens, we don't want that to derail this program. We don't want you to suffer a lapse. We don't want you as an agent to get that headache of having to deal with this. There's a fund built inside of this where your clients can access that. So if they're out of work, if they decide they need a vacation, they've got money to do it, and it doesn't break what they're currently doing.
Love it. Love it. Okay, good stuff. Okay, well, this is something unique, a niche in the space, as we're always looking for, so that was awesome. Sorry about the phone issues, but it looks like we got it cleared up, so that's great. Okay, what we're going to do now is shift gears a little bit. We're going to show everyone how to get started now. We're also going to show you how to start looking for some of these whole life prospects, right, or to bring up the YFB concept. So really neat stuff, and then we're going to show you some new marketing videos that are available to you at no charge for everyone on the call. So just sit back. We're almost done, about 10 to 15 minutes, and we're going to wrap this up. Andrew?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. I'm going to dive right in here to the Levinson and Associates home website. Once you log in, you're going to go into our products library. You're going to go into product brochures. We also have a section for whole life dedicated to all things whole life and mutual trust. So you can download the brochures, different scenarios, product guides. Everything you need is in our website. If you don't see something that you would like to see on the website, let us know. We'll get it to you, and we'll get it on the website ASAP. But we have a great product library available to you on LevinsonandAssociates.com. Also, finding prospects. Of course, this is a big area of topic of concern, right? It is what Bill just mentioned. How do you find the appropriate customer for this concept? Well, our agency automator has done it before, and it'll do it for you again, and that is putting in age ranges, net worth, demographic, zip codes. Look for your premier prospect. Look for that exact prospect that you want for this concept, right? Maybe you could do, purchased a home, right? You know that they have a mortgage, which is debt. Then you can run a search, get thousands of results, and run a campaign towards those individuals. Right? So I think that's a no-brainer to be using our tool to your own book of business, right? There's going to be opportunities within your own book, but also leverage our database of 28 plus million consumers. Moving on here to finding prospects, we also have our verified mortgage protection lead program and our brand new annuity lead program, right? So we don't have a dedicated whole life, I guess you could say a whole life lead program. There's really no such thing as that, but we have door opener lead programs that start that conversation for you, right? If you buy a mortgage protection lead, you automatically know that that person has debt. Like I just mentioned, they have a mortgage, they probably have cars, they probably have children. That's an ideal opportunity for you to discuss the Your Family Bank concept with them, right? So we have a special co-op, $35 exclusive leads. They're territory specific. You can get up to 60% appointments on those. I mean, these are great. We're seeing results with them right now. So you should be using that to open the door to this type of sale. Same thing with the annuity leads, right? If somebody has cash flow, they have assets, they probably also have some debt as well. We have a $45 lowest cost annuity lead in the business. No setup fees, no month-to-month contracts. You can use it as you want to use it. All you have to do is be licensed with one of our mortgage protection carriers or annuity carriers to get involved with these. But you need to get involved. We'll send out the information as well at the end of the call. Also here we have our custom branded videos. I'm going to get it to Bill. He's going to go over the details.
Good stuff. So I promised everyone a little something for the little inconvenience tech issue we had. So we're going to do two things here for everyone. Okay, we're going to have our question of the day, of course, and one person will be a winner. They have to answer first and correctly. We're going to do that in just another minute here. But everybody wins because we created these 2 marketing videos for all Levinson agents. So on the right side is our living benefits video. We will brand this for you, your company, have your email, your picture, phone number, whatever you want. You can bring this to market, and it talks about the new kind of life insurance that pays while you're still alive, right? By leveraging living benefits. And of course, it's going to drive traffic back to you in your website or social media pages. So what we'll do, as long as you're appointed with any one of our living benefit carriers, we will create this for you, no charge. On the left side, we have our Insure Me Now Direct consumer videos. It explains to the consumer how easy it is to buy a product now. It's just like Amazon, but they can buy up to 15 different products from you with your name, logo, email, phone number, just like on the right side, the living benefits video. Same thing goes. We will brand this to you for free as long as you're appointed with us with those Insure Me Now Direct carriers. Now, if you're looking at recruiting, on the way left side, the agent video, that shows other agents how easy and how cool this Insure Me Now Direct platform is, and how if they click here, they can get set up under you so you can build out your own downline or hierarchy, okay? So any one of those, you just let us know when we will get to work as soon as this afternoon on the video for you. Also, what I'm doing for everyone is if you get contracted or you're already contracted with Mutual Trust Life with Levinson, I will send you the free Mary Reed Distribution Solutions book. Now, that whole life sales strategy is also a no-brainer, great for tax savings, retirement planning, tax strategies. Very, very cool for younger professionals. They've probably never seen anything like this. Works great with CPAs and estate planning attorneys. We've gotten 3 cases over 100,000 a target premium since we launched that Mary Reed podcast, which was, 6 weeks ago? So I would definitely look into that. Get appointed. I'll send you her latest book. She's the author of 3 books now that work great for making the sale and the appointment for you. Okay, let's move forward here. The Bill Levinson experience, that's what I was just talking about. That's Mary Reed on the right side. Those are some of her books and strategies. You have to check that out. Also, next month's guest speaker is Laura Morrison. What I love about Laura, she's just turned, 40 years old, okay? She is in charge of the entire distributions department for Sagicor Life, okay? She's a younger woman, very intelligent. She's got a great story and how she cut her teeth in the industry and how their technology platform for instant issue is probably one of the best programs out right now for permanent products and term products, plus their bonus. But she's got a great story. I can't wait for everyone to hear her speak. That's next month. Very, very cool stuff to come. I promise you. I spent a lot of time handpicking these guest speakers, and this is going to be one of the better ones. Okay, let's move forward here. By the way, if you leave a comment on any one of our podcast channels or our Levinson Facebook page, I'll also send you either the IUL prospecting book, Mary Reed's book. We have the top seller book. We have another one just on RMDs. So you let us know, but yes, we want to hear from you. So I always encourage that. Okay, if you're already appointed with Mutual Trust Life with another IMO, move that contract over to us. We will match or most of the time beat your commissions, plus give you free leads or cash for contracting with your first application. Okay, that goes for MTL or any one of our core companies. That's simple. Write your first app, get paid, plus leads, plus we beat your commissions 99% of the time, okay? And I'm going on record, my word, we will do exactly what we're saying we're doing on this webinar today. Okay, let's move forward here. Now, again, everyone's a winner because if you write, this is the only $500,000 instant issue term product available online today. Okay, it is the only product available and it's only through Levinson. It's the Haven term. Your client can go on your site, run a quote, apply online, get an approval instantly, and print and save their policy all within 7 minutes. They can do it at 4 a.m. when you're sleeping and you'll wake up and you'll see an email and it will say, congratulations, you just got a commission. Okay, that's simple. So write your first app, you get a free tablet, no small print, done. Get appointed with Haven, write your first app, free tablet plus full commissions. Okay, these are our upcoming agent training events, okay? Every single day of the week we have something going on. We literally pick apart all of our technology platforms, our website builder, the CRM platform, agency automator used for prospecting, and we have a version just for recruiting agents. By the way, you should be using those 2 consumer videos I showed you a minute ago and start to drip them out there on prospects, and take the recruiting one and send it out to all these agents that are appointed across the country. Okay, all the tools are built for you. It's just up to you. Take the first step, go out and make it happen. Okay, on the bottom, Legacy Armor, another great door opener. That's like the online safe deposit box. You've heard me talk about it. If you want to learn more, every Wednesday, 2 p.m., we have the full training. And if you're ever confused on what's going on that week or what time is the event, just go to our calendar. We have an agent training calendar on the website. You can register right from there. We have a brand new annuity marketing platform we're rolling out on the 25th. You have to check that out. Then on the bottom, we have a new premium finance platform rollout with simplified issue underwriting, which is a first, on the 27th of this month. So great stuff coming up next week, and I hope to see everyone there. We're going to have our question of the day and wrap this up with a bow. So real quick, you know what? I'm going to do the Positive Tuesday quote first, even though today's Thursday. This came out on Tuesday, but I think it's so important and so relative to these times that we're all living through. We will all have success and failure in life, right? But having the courage to continue is what makes a real winner. So yes, we all have ups and downs. Sales are great, sales are not so great, family issues, personal issues, whatever it is. But you got to keep your foot on the gas, and that's the name of the game, right? Resilience. So anyway, let's end with this on a positive note. We're going to pick our winner right now, live on this call. The question of the day: who is our next featured guest speaker on the Bill Levinson Experience? You say the name, you win, tablet or $50 Amazon gift card. You pick. What is the woman's name on our next September Bill Levinson Experience episode? You name it, you win it. Andrew, do we have a winner?
Yes, we do. We have a winner. It is Sean W.
Sean W. What state, Andrew?
I don't have a state listed here for Sean, but we will get it.
We'll look it up, and we will let you know, Sean. So congratulations, Sean W. And the answer was Laura Morrison. She runs the entire distribution department at Sagicor Life. She's going to be on next month. It's going to be a great, great story, okay? With that said, have a wonderful rest of the week, a great weekend, good selling. Look for our thank you email in today's email inbox. If you don't get it, let us know. I hope everyone walked away with some nuggets. Take care, and thanks again.